Hi, this is attorney Ricky Malik, and today I would like to talk to you about a particular type of asylum claim, specifically an asylum claim where a person, and in this case a woman, is seeking the protection of the United States government because of fear of domestic violence back in her home country. Part of the reason I want to talk about gender-based asylum claims or domestic violence-based asylum claims is very recently we at the law offices of Ricky Malik, we prevailed on an asylum claim for a woman from a Central American country who suffered extreme abuse and persecution back in her home country. She was violently attacked, beaten, and other things that I don't want to go into too much detail, by her husband in the country of her citizenship. And this happened for several years. She tried to escape from his clutches by relocating within the country, yet he would always find her and bring her back. And finally, desperate and with no hope and nowhere to go, because the authorities were known for not helping women in her situation, she fled to the United States. She crossed the border without inspection. She hid for a few days, and out of exhaustion and thirst, she turned herself in to the immigration authorities and then began her plight to claim asylum in the United States. She hired the law offices of Ricky Malik to help her with her claim, and these issues are very, very difficult. In order to get asylum in the United States, it has to be on one of 5 protected grounds. You have to establish that you have a well-founded fear of persecution based on either your race, your religion, your nationality, your political opinion, or your membership in a social group. And it's the last one, the membership in a social group, that we have to define this lady, because she didn't fall in any of the other grounds. And while that may sound simple, it's really not. Gender-based asylum claims have a long history. And as of right now, there is no clear precedent, no clear case law on whether a woman who suffers domestic violence, especially at the hands of a husband, is eligible for asylum. Now, there's been a lot of movement in recent years, including by the DHS as well as the Attorney General, where the Attorney General asked for a case to be reviewed, a matter of RA, a very famous case of Rodi Alvarado, as well as there were regulations that were promulgated in the interim as well, and even the USCIS, the Immigration's chief counsel, put out some very detailed briefs that they could see that there is a possibility for a woman who suffers domestic violence could claim and possibly even prevail in an asylum claim. These are still few and far between, and very fortunately we were able to prevail on ours. I think in part of the reason is that we had very sympathetic facts, because the lady had gone through a lot, and as well as we had a very understanding, knowledgeable, experienced judge, as well as an understanding and knowledgeable trial attorney. So we went to trial yesterday, testimony was taken, and the group initially was, the group that was this membership of a particular social group, originally was defined as a female unable to leave an abusive domestic relationship. Over the course of my representation, it evolved to something a little bit more concrete, though arguably I believe that group will be enough. A female unable to leave an abusive domestic relationship, I argue, would be enough to merit a grant of asylum. However, ours became a little bit more specific because she was married. It became more of a woman. The group was a woman unable to leave an abusive marriage. And as I mentioned, testimony was taken, and based on the circumstances and the arguments and whatever is out there, the briefs by the DHS, as well as the review of matter of RA and then the case matter of LR, we were able to succeed for this lady in granting her and getting her a grant of asylum, whereby she'll never have to go back to her country, she'll never have to suffer again, she'll never have to be tormented like the way she was in the past, and after yesterday I hope she'll never have to speak about the traumatic events that occurred to her. If you know someone or are in this situation where you've suffered from domestic violence overseas and you want to seek the protection of the United States, I would recommend you consult with a very qualified and experienced attorney or contact our office, the law offices of Ricky Malik. You can find us at rmlegal.com, and we will do our best to determine if you would qualify and, in our opinion, fit into a social group, and we would do whatever we could to assist you in achieving asylum in the United States. Thank you very much.